Good evening. This is Galaxy Television News, our top stories. President Buhari is set to present the 2022 appropriation bill to a joint session of the National Assembly on Thursday. Senate confirms the appointment of the Executive Secretary and board members of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. And on our international news, Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg apologizes for the disruption caused after its social media services went down for almost 6 hours, impacting more than 3.5 billion users worldwide. Those are top stories. Details coming your way in a short moment. Thanks for joining us on Galaxy Television News. I'm Solomon Offem. President Muhammadu Buhari has said that Nigeria is always willing to extend a helping hand to the Republic of South Sudan towards political and economic stability. This is as he expressed concerns over the political instability of Libya, saying that so long as the country remains unstable, the proliferation of arms and light weapons in the Sahel region will persist. Buhari said this on Tuesday in Addis Ababa during a bilateral meeting with President Salva Kiir of South Sudan. The president, who assured the full support of Nigeria to all efforts to bring long-term stability and prosperity to the continent, said Nigeria will contribute its quota as much as possible to the development of South Sudan, stressing the need for cooperation among developing countries. Buhari said with investment in education, improved economy and healthcare, things will surely improve. On the situation in Guinea and Mali, he reiterated the African leaders must support efforts geared towards the return of democracy in the country. In his remarks, President Kiir, who acknowledged Nigeria's leadership role in Africa, appreciated the country's effort in the liberation struggle of South Sudan. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari will present the 2022 appropriation bill to a joint session of the National Assembly on Thursday. The Deputy President of the Senate, Ovie Omagege, disclosed this on Tuesday in the Senate chamber of the National Assembly in Abuja. He made the announcement while presiding over the plenary as the Senate President Ahmed Lawan was absent. Before the announcement, Senator Omagege informed the lawmakers that President Buhari has submitted the revised 2022 to 2024 medium-term expenditure framework (MTEF) and fiscal strategy paper (FSP). In a letter addressed to the Senate, the president urged the lawmakers to approve the planning document, which he said would form the basis and assumptions in the 2022 budget. He stated that the revision reflected the new fiscal terms in the recently enacted Petroleum Industry Act and 2022 Appropriation Bill. The revision, according to President Buhari, will reflect funds for the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to prepare for the 2023 general elections. In the same vein, President Muhammadu Buhari has asked the Senate to confirm the appointment of Justice Hussein Baba Yusuf as the Chief Judge of the Federal Capital Territory FCT High Court. His request was contained in a letter addressed to the Senate and read to the lawmakers during Tuesday's plenary at the National Assembly in Abuja. The Deputy President of the Senate, Ovie Omagege, read the letter while presiding over the plenary in the absence of the Senate President Ahmed Lawan. President Buhari had appointed Justice Baba Yusuf as the acting Chief Judge of the FCT High Court in August on the recommendation of the National Judicial Council (NJC). In a statement on August 13, NJC Director of Information Soji Oje stated that the appointment was effective from August 1. Justice Baba Yusuf was later sworn in along with 5 judges of the Sharia Court of Appeal by the Chief Justice of Nigeria and NJC Chairman Justice Tanko Muhammad. The Senate has confirmed the appointment of the Executive, Secretary and Board members of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The confirmation followed the consideration of the report of the Senate Committee on Anti-Corruption and Financial Crimes by lawmakers present at the Tuesday's plenary in Abuja. George Abang Ekpungu was confirmed as the Executive Secretary, while Lukman Mohammed from Edo State, Anumba Adeze Enugu, Kola Additional from Kwara, and Yahya Muhammad Yobe as members of the board. President Buhari had on September 21 nominated the appointees for the positions in the anti-graft agency. He had informed the lawmakers in a letter addressed to the Senate that the nominations are in accordance with the Act establishing the anti-graft agency, and the appointments are subject to the ratification of the Senate. The House of Representatives Tuesday asked President Muhammadu Buhari to name and prosecute the lawmakers identified as sponsor of the secessionists in the country. The lawmakers said by identifying and not naming the member of the National Assembly allegedly sponsoring secessionist groups in the country, President Buhari had made all the 69 lawmakers a suspect. Recall that Buhari, in his speech to mark the 61st Independence Day anniversary of Nigeria, said that the government has identified sponsors of the secessionist groups and their leaders, among whom is a member of the National Assembly. This is Galaxy Television News. Time for us to go for a break. We'll be right back with more report. Don't go away. It is good to know you're still with us on Galaxy Television News. For more updates and latest news, visit our website, galaxytvonline.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Galaxy TV Nigeria. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. You can also avail our eyewitness feature via WhatsApp. If you have breaking news around you, simply share your story by sending short clips or videos of the news on 0818-6666-669. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments. Now, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has fixed Friday, 8 October for hearing on a suit by former Rivers State Governor Peter Odili against the Nigeria Immigration Service over the seizure of his passport at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Galaxy's Godfrey Shimugo reports that the adjourned date will also be for hearing of the preliminary objection by the Immigration Service challenging the jurisdiction of the court to hear the matter. Justice Iyan Ekwo had refused to entertain the oral reply of Odili's counsel Ifedayo Adedipe San against the application challenging jurisdiction. The judge insisted that only written addresses be presented.
My client's international passport was impounded for no reason, and we've approached the court. As you are aware now, the matter has been adjourned to Friday for full argument. This is because this morning, as we got to court, we were served with a preliminary objection challenging the jurisdiction of the court to entertain the matter. I was willing to answer, but His Lordship directed that written argument should be filed, and we intend to file ours in the next couple of hours.
We are one of the security agencies in Nigeria, and by virtue of that, we have a reciprocal agreement within us. Immigration being the face of the defense area in Nigeria. When you are coming in, you meet immigration first. So anybody who is on watch list will be forwarded to us. So our case is simple. The applicant is currently being watch listed based on interagency collaboration, which we got document from EFCC, and that's have been our case.
Odele says the international passports, which were seized by personnel of the Nigerian Immigration Service on 20 June, are still in their custody. Governors of South states of Nigeria have resolved to join the suit currently before the Supreme Court of Nigeria over collection of value-added tax VAT between Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS) and Rivers State. The governors declared that they unequivocally supported collection of VAT by state governments in Nigeria. This is part of the 6-point communique that was read out to journalists by the chairman, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State, who presided over the meeting of the South Governors Forum held at the Government House, Port Harcourt.
We approve the regional security architecture, which will be launched very soon. 2. Unequivocally supports the decision for states to collect value-added tax and resolve to join the suit before the Supreme Court. 3. Council urged the President and the National Assembly to take necessary measures to review some unfair aspects of the recently signed Petroleum Industry Bill (NIA) Act.
The BRCAAD Council called on the President and the federal government to uphold the tenet of the law establishing the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) by appropriately constituting its board.
That the federal government would make the forensic audit report public and deal justly and fairly with the report with a view to strengthening the capacity of NDDC to meet its obligations to the people of the region.
The meeting that was also attended by Governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, Chief Emmanuel Odum, Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Godwin Obaseki, Governor of Edo State, and Senator Doye Diri of Bayelsa State. Following the meeting of governors of the 6 states of the South-South geopolitical zone in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, some Lagos-based analysts have commended the governors over the proposed regional security outfit. They made the recommendation in a chat with our news crew. While reflecting on the sorry state of the nation, they berate the federal government over her continuous failure to provide security for the average Nigerian. They also insist that there is a surge in crimes, attacks, banditry, and insurgency, a move they believe necessitated the governor's proposal.
These things are being called for because of insecurity in the land. If the federal government are doing the needful, there wouldn't have been any need for regional security outfit, something like that. But then it is a welcome development because of the failure of the federal government that all these regional sections are calling for their own protection. You can't protect me, so I can protect myself. That is what it is. If you cannot help me, I will help myself. That's the basic need, the interpretation of it. A layman point of view that you cannot provide food for your children, so the children will be forced to go out.
I think it's long overdue. I'm totally in support with everything and every step the South-South governors are taking. if at the federal level lives and properties cannot be secured, those who have come together to take steps to ensure that lives and properties of Nigerians are secured should be given the maximum support. So I support that, and I'll stand by that any day, any time.
Speaking further on the next line of action, they called on the South governors and others from the southern region to synergize so as to put an end to insecurity. They also charged the governors of the region to do more in ensuring the security of her citizens while insisting that the 1999 Constitution is replaced.
There must be synergy, because if you see what is happening in the country, you will call for your own protection, you will call for your own security. That is why these things. So I want a situation where we see a synergy, the south-south, the southeast, and even the southwest, so that the territory should be protected, because the center has failed to protect them.
Well, I think the time for us to really identify who we are within the conclave of Nigeria is now. Because a lot has been going on, and it has not been juicy for the entire South. So I believe that, yes, they're doing the right thing, they're taking the right step, and I'll ask them to do more. You know, they should look at the 1999 Constitution. That is what I want the Southern governors to look at. That document should be shredded and replaced by a new document.
The Nigerian Union of Teachers and UT celebrate World Teachers' Day today. The union used the day as an opportunity to commend teachers and to address challenges teachers face in the lines of duty. And Galaxy's Iribami Salako tells us more about the event.
Teachers are said to be the foundation of education, and no nation reconstruction would be completed without the cooperation of teachers. Every 5th of October have been set aside to celebrate the efforts of teachers all around the world. The theme for this year is Teachers at the Heart of Education Recovery. The Lagos branch of the Nigerian Union of Teachers were not left out in celebrating teachers. The event took a look at the challenges teachers face, how the COVID-19 pandemic had affected teachers, and the use of technology befitting a 21st century teacher.
What of the insecurity in the country? What about the poverty level? A hungry child, how does he or she learn?
The government promised to do their best to resolve issues regarding the teaching profession and to make the profession more lucrative, increase access to education, and to train teachers on modern teaching technology.
Modern instructional materials, as well as rewards and recognition of excellence through the teachers' yearly merit award.
All the challenges facing the teaching profession, it's an opportunity to judge or to interface with the big people and mitigate all of these challenges.
Mr. Lako, Galaxy TV News, Lagos.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu demanded 1% share in the revenue allocation formula after stating that the special status of the state and its prosperity directly or indirectly has a multiplying effect on the southwest region and the entire country. He also proposed that the revenue sharing formula should be 34% for federal government, including 1% for FCT Abuja, 42% for state government, 23% for local government, and 1% for Lagos State with a special status, as against the current revenue allocation formula, which were 52.68%, 26.72%, and 20.60% for federal government, 36 states government, and 374 local governments, respectively. He spoke during the opening event of a two-day Southwest Zonal public hearing on revenue and review, of revenue allocation formula by the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission in Lagos State on Monday. The participating states at the event were Lagos, Ogun, Osun, Oyo, Ondo, and Ekiti states. Nigeria spent 1.47 trillion naira on debt servicing payments in the first half of 2021. Data obtained from the Debt Management Office have shown in the first quarter of the year, the country spent 1.02 trillion naira on both domestic and external debt servicing, while a total of 445.45 billion naira was spent in the second quarter of 2021. From January to March 2021, Nigeria spent 612.71 billion naira on domestic debt servicing, while it spent $1 billion, that's 410.33 billion naira, on external debt servicing. From April to June 2021, Nigeria spent 322.7 billion naira on domestic debt servicing and $299 million, that's 122.7 billion naira, on external debt servicing. The official exchange rate of the Central Bank of Nigeria, that's $1 for 410 naira 33 kobo as of October 4 was used for the external debt servicing. For domestic debt, Nigeria spent 219.29 billion naira in January, 125.09 billion naira in February, 270.33 billion naira in March, 258 billion naira in April, 42.4 billion naira in May, and 22.3 billion naira in June. In quarter one, the government focused on principal repayment, while in the second quarter, the government focused on interest payment. A breakdown of the statistics in quarter two shows that the federal government spent a total of 322.7 billion naira on the payment of interest, with 50.3 billion naira expended on the redemption of mature Nigeria treasury bills for external debt servicing. In quarter one, commercial loans at 76% with a cost of $763.04 million. Multilateral had 13% with a cost of $134.04 million, and bilateral had 11% with a cost of $0.633 million. That's 43.63 billion naira. Time for us to join our international desk for more news.
And now tracking stories from the international scene. Facebook's founder, Mark Zuckerberg, has apologized for the disruption caused after its social media services went down for almost 6 hours, impacting more than 3.5 billion users worldwide. The billionaire said sorry after an internal technical issue took Facebook, Messenger, WhatsApp and Instagram offline at about 600 GMT on Monday. The scramble to bring it back online eventually succeeded at around 2200. But it is likely to increase scrutiny of the social media giant's reach. For hours, potentially billions of people found themselves without the social media tools they relied upon to keep in touch with friends and family. Others reportedly found they could not access services which required a Facebook login. Meanwhile, small businesses around the world which use social media to connect with customers were faced with the prospect of an unexpected financial hit. Mr. Zuckerberg himself was thought to have lost an estimated $6 billion from his personal fortune at one point as Facebook shares plummeted, according to the business website Fortune's tracking software. Also, Down Detector, which tracks outages, said some 10.6 million problems were reported around the world, the largest number it had ever recorded. Facebook later said it had been brought offline by a faulty configuration change which not only impacted the websites and apps but also affected the company's internal tools. Those tools included Facebook's internal email and even employee work passes. Some reports suggest that Facebook headquarters was in meltdown. The outage comes at a particularly difficult time for the company, which is finding itself increasingly under pressure over its reach and impact on the society.
With that international story, we end the news for this time. But for more updates and latest news, log on to our website, galaxytvonline.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Galaxy TV Nigeria. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. You can also avail our eyewitness feature via WhatsApp if you have breaking news around you. Simply share your story by sending short clips or videos of the news on 0818-6666-669. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments. Join us again at 9 for our primetime news. I'm Solomon Offem.